Hey guys, you'll have to excuse the weird glasses. I've been cutting onions in there. My eyes are red, red, red. I I've been cooking something I haven't cooked in a long time. I had forgotten how good steam cooking vegetables can be, but we got this little Aroma rice cooker steamer combo thing. Not the crappy one with the glass lid that spittles everywhere and spills all over your countertop, but the good one with the hinge lid and the locking seal. And it has an internal steamer rather than that aluminum thing that sits on top and just doesn't work for crap. But anyway, so I figured, well, I haven't steamed anything in this yet, so I went in there and I got the biggest potato in the bag I could find, and I got an onion. And I chopped that potato up into little round pieces, and I filled the bottom of that steamer pan. And then I took that onion and I chopped it up and made little bite-sized pieces out of that. And threw them into that thing and locked it down. Actually, before I did, what all did I put on that? I think I threw in like a little dill. And there was something else. There's something else I threw in there. Oh, black pepper on the potatoes. And I let it go for 15 minutes after it reached a boil. And man, that was a good meal. So good, in fact, the thing worked so good, in fact, that I actually have I have a sweet potato chopped up there now, and I've got that one going, so we're going to see how that one does. In fact, I got to go in there right now and set the timer. It should be reaching a boil. Okay, sorry about that. Wasn't quite to a boil yet. It's only got a few minutes. In fact, I think I'm going to set about, we'll put about 5 minutes on a timer. It's my other one here. It has uses. Okay, so that's ticking. So we'll hear that when it finally gets ready, and then it can start to boil. But we're going to put those sweet potatoes. I found a big sweet potato and I stuck it in there, and in fact, I'll go in there and I'll show you, because it's got a little while yet, so I'll show you what it looks like. Yeah, this is the thing we got right here. This is, I paid less than 30 bucks for this little Aroma rice cooker, and I've been really pleased with it. And I'll just show you what I'm doing. This is the one with the locking lid, and there is what we are about to cook. We got yams in there. I didn't put anything on them. They're just in there, and it is up to a boil, so I'm going to start the timer. It only just got there. Give me 1 sec. Well, that's weird. It started on its own. Huh. Anyway, we started the timer, and we're rolling right along now, so we're just going to let that cook. And in about 15 minutes, we should have some thoroughly cooked sweet potatoes. And one of the advantages, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'm going to pause this because I don't know why it started. Anyway, what I was going to say was one of the advantages of steam cooking is you're cooking with no oils, number one. Number two, it locks in the flavor of whatever it is that you're doing there. And generally, like with things like vegetables, steam cooking thoroughly cooks them and brings the sugars out to the forefront of the flavor. Those sweet potatoes, when those come out and those are ready, those are going to be some of the sweetest, nicest potatoes. I've done this before with a regular steamer, just a pot on the stove, but this thing had this extra function, so I figure, well, I'm going to give it a shot. I was pretty thoroughly impressed. I did onions and tomatoes with a little dill, like I said, and a little, God, why am I having a blank there? It was a little dill, little onion, and there was something else. Oh, black pepper. I put a little black pepper on it, and then I put when it came out, it was very nicely cooked. The onions were very, they were translucent, cooked very well. The onions were very sweet, and the potato was very, very good. I just dropped a huge potato in there that I chopped into little slices and filled that thing up, and slathered a little butter on it when I got it out, and that was awesome. That's a good meal. It's not too bad. Just watching that thing. It's actually getting up to a pretty healthy boil now. But very impressed. So this is the sweet potato attempt. We're going to do this one now and see how it comes out. Me and my grandfather, when I was spending summers with him out in places, especially on the drilling rigs, he ate a lot of steamed food, and I learned to appreciate steamed food. It's actually very good for you. All manner of vegetables, potatoes, carrots, corn. Oh, corn is awesome steamed. You've got to try it if you can. Get some corn on the cob, you know, some half pieces about yay long, and put you a couple in that steamer and just let her go, and you know, a little while later you got something really good with butter on it. We used to eat that stuff. What else did we do? We did green beans. We actually steamed green beans. Pretty much anything. Any kind of a soft vegetable. You can steam meats too, believe it or not. You can steam cook a lot of different meats, and they come out really, really good. But for now, tonight, I'm just doing the sweet potatoes. So what you saw, that was basically those in their raw state. We're going to let that go 15 minutes, and then I'll come back and I'll show you the finished product, and we'll spoon it out and we'll give it a shot. A more usable pair of glasses, not quite as big and bug-eyed as the other ones, but you know, they're doing their job. We are at 3 minutes 59 seconds. Everything's flipped. But anyway, whole kitchen is starting to smell like sweet potatoes. It's a nice smell. Yeah, so we're getting it done. There's a big old plume of steam. It smells good. You just have no idea how good that smells. I've always loved sweet potatoes, and I've figured out several ways to cook them that is really quick and really convenient, but this is the first time I've ever steamed them. I've steamed a lot of other things, but this is an experiment in itself. I want to see. They say you can do it the same way you do regular potatoes. I added a little time to it just to be sure, because sweet potatoes are they're a bit higher density than a potato is, so I want to make sure that those things cook all the way through, because when I turn that thing off and offload them, that's going to be pretty much it. So we're going to have a look, see what we get, as soon as I can push the button. Well, less than 2 minutes left. It's getting close to time to check these out, so as soon as that rings, which isn't long from now, we will pop that open and have a look at what wonders or disasters wait within. There it is. Done. Okay. Let's go ahead and take care of that. And we're done with that, I think. Let's see the quality or terrible nature of our product. We're going to switch it off from, well, we'll leave it on cook until I'm sure. So here we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let's find one. Whew. Now that right there is a hot potato. We're going to call that done. We're going to call that done and load it off. Throw some butter on it. It was very hot going down my throat. Anyway, so there it is. Boy, look at that. I'm going to have me some fun eating that. Anyway, all steam cooked, all set to go, and that's it for the review. Guess I'll eat a little in film and let you know what I think of it. So here it is. A hot steaming pile of... No. A hot steaming pile of sweet potato goodness. Dun, da, da, da. With tons of butter, maybe a little sugar. Of course, there's almost enough natural sugar in there that it's a sin to put it on there. So we're going to give it a try. Okay, let's give this a shot. I'll start off with the biggest piece on the whole thing, because if anything didn't cook right, it's going to be the biggest one. So I can nab it. Boy, it's slick on that fork. The biggest piece. That is fantastic. There's not a hint of anything in that bag for you. Maybe the butter that's on it, but you know. Well, anyway, So that was sweet potatoes cooked in the Aroma steamer. They got them down there at Wally World. I think it's about 29 bucks for one for that model, that particular one. And there's only one like that. The next up is like a digital one. And then they've got this one that looks like a freestanding colander. You don't want that. Don't get that. I've had horrible experiences with that thing. So, yeah, get that particular one you saw in the video and you'll do okay. It does a halfway decent job with rice, too. The more rice you cook with it, the better it does. Small amounts, it tends to kind of... It'll burn a tiny bit, but not much. Not like that other one. That colander-looking one, that thing will turn everything you got in there into a brick before it shuts off. A carbonized, nasty, jackhammer it off of the side of the pot brick. But that one in there, pretty good. Have to say I'm pleased with it. I did chicken and rice with it not long ago, using the recipe in the book, and it came out really, really fantastic. I mean, it could use something. It's a base recipe, so you can add, but it had, let's see, chicken, rice, green chilies, a few other things, and it was tasty. In fact, I'm thawing some of the leftovers in the fridge right now. I froze like half of it, and I'm going to be thawing it out and eating it tomorrow, but I might do that recipe. I might execute that recipe and walk y'all through the steps, and that way you guys can try it out in your rice cookers. Take care. Have a good one, YouTube.